If you've been waiting for the tiny fast moving meme coins, this is your video. I'm breaking down 15 of the highest performing, fastest moving charts on the market right now, starting with low caps and daily runners that offer extreme upside and extreme risk. These aren't safe bets, they're volatile, early, and in some cases brand new, but that's exactly why the risk reward is off the charts. In this video, you'll get 15 of the fastest movers with insane potential, daily breakout runners I'm tracking before crypto Twitter catches on, how I'm rotating through microcaps for max upside. If you want the next 50x before it's trending, you need to watch this one very closely. No time to waste, let's get on to it. Firstly, let's talk about this daily runner called God Willing. When it comes to God Willing, very simple. I think these are the entries. I think between 1 million and 757 market cap, this is where you enter. Come on Axiom, there's a link down below. Click stack limit order, and then you add from 1.08, I think, close to here, and also all the way to 727. If you get a good average, you can get anywhere between 250%, so you can get a 3.5x, or you can get, if you're a little bit more conservative, a 2.9, around the 2x when it bounces and it maybe makes a higher high from this previous expansion here. That's what I'm seeing when it comes to God Willing. I would exit here between 2.8, 3.2 and get the 2.5x, that 3.5x on this trade. I think this could be a good scalp. Very high risk, brand new, it just exploded today. Let's go on to ANON. ANON was a great trade. I announced it here on the show. Anyone could have bought here at around 125 and it exploded to 1 million market cap. So that was a 10x from my previous show on Friday. And on 10x, now I had its deep correction right back to this major level, which was very important here on February, January. It was also major resistance in the 23rd of April. So I think now we're going to go up and likely going to go to something like 2 million market cap. If I plot my fibs here, the 2 million market cap level makes total sense because look, that's where the 1.6 fib extension line touches. But if we look at the top of the fib, it's going to be 4.7 million. So very close to 5 million market cap. But let's leave the fib here and see what happens in the next couple of days. Also a tiny market cap, it's called IKUN. It only has 300k in liquidity. Even though it looks like it's a lot, 6 million market cap, it's a very tiny market cap because of the tiny LP. I think this one is going to pull back a lot. When we look at the bundles here, they're not too bad. Look, this cluster of 3% only has 1%, and this other big cluster of 1.8% only has 1.3%. The other clusters don't seem too big when it comes to IKUN. Then we have this major trend line. It just exploded. Look, good trend line. If the trend line holds, it's very bullish, but I think we get a deeper pullback probably to this 3 million market cap level, which was major resistance here. So we're going to breach, I think, that trend line and going to go for that deep bullish fair value gap. And in a worst case scenario, we see an even deeper fair value gap here at 1.25 million market cap. So if you're looking to buy this thing called IKUN, which apparently it's a meme coin from Launch Lab, as you see here on the button. You should check my previous video because I explain all these buttons on Axiom. What we should do is limit order, stack some here around this 3 million market cap level, and then leave maybe 20%, 30% of your entry a little bit deeper, just in case it pulls back deeper and comes very close to this 1.25 million market cap line. On to the next tiny cap, we have Useless. This is also a brand new runner, not from today, not from yesterday, but from 2 or 3 days ago. A little bit of a higher market cap, a little bit of a deeper liquidity, 730k. When I look at this, to me, this is what I see. Major trend line, touch 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, and it could go now for the 4th time and bounce. So this is a good place to buy, very close to this trend line. So we would say something like 18.8 million. But what we could get is a deeper pullback to that 15.9 million market cap zone. But the actual perfect place to buy would be a deeper correction. And the reaccumulation here between this fair value gap right here between 15 and 13.3. Look, we had a ton of liquidity here. We had a ton of resistance here as well. And so the price is very likely to go back into that bullish fair value gap because this is where you have bulls and bears fighting. So pay attention to this bullish fair value gap. Limit orders here on Axiom. There's a link down below. You can join Axiom and eventually you will be able to join my private group, but that's only for my Axiom referral links, only for the traders here on CoinTalk. And you can stack some limit orders here and maybe your limit order here at 16 million, 15.9 gets hit, but you can get lucky and you can get a better order here on this deeper fair value gap. So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to Useless. These two possibilities. Bullish scenario, a bounce from the trend line, but I would just wait for that deeper pullback. That's what I would do. I think there is a 70% chance this happens. Then also a tiny cap, which just exploded recently, which is called BITUNIX. to me, these are the levels I'm seeing right now. We have this trend line, got touched 1 times, 2 times. It's going to go for that third touch for sure. But this is our major support line that got touched 3 times. So a deeper pullback to the support line of 766K, limit order. I wouldn't leave it just here at 766. I would leave a little bit above as well because the chart is looking bullish. And then on a worst case scenario, I would just leave 20% of whatever you want to buy on Petunia, just in case it comes close to this second previous resistance line, because this is brand new. It expanded to 2 million. This could have been a local top, and we could see actually a deeper pullback. People get scared, and then it continues and it goes and moves way higher. So that's what could happen when it comes to this brand new meme coin, which is a tiny piglet, which is called Petunia. But it's putting good volume. It's also brand new. These are my riskiest plays. They're brand new, all of them. So pay attention to them if you want to get quick 3, 5, 10x's. Then let's get on also to a tiny cap, which is 𝗨. This one I predicted very well. I told everyone to buy here at 200K. It expanded to 3 million market cap, but I told everyone to exit at 2.5 and 2 million market cap. And now we have this trend line. Got touched 1 times, 2 times, 3 times. It came to the previous start of the move, which was resistance here. This turned into support. And now what I think a good place to buy 𝗨 is maybe wait for the trend line to get touched again. So I think 1.4 would be possibly a good level to stack some 𝗨. I would just leave limit orders close to the trend line. So 1.3, 1.4, maybe a little bit higher, like for example 1.6 also would be possibly a good place to buy some 𝗨. But that's what I'm seeing when it comes to 𝗨 if you don't have any. I told you guys to not sell all your 𝗨, and I told you guys the second touch here of the support was also a good buy. So you should be up 2x right now on your 𝗨 if you've been watching my video. But if you haven't, just wait maybe for a tiny bit of a pullback. That's what I would do. But I still have some 𝗨. We scooped it here at the third touch, and I think it's looking good, and I'm up 2x. So let's see what happens this week when it comes to 𝗨. 𝗨 is one of my best and favorite tiny caps. Then let's go on to our OG coins. AWR, I'm still holding, never sold. Told you guys to scoop here at 750, 800K market cap, and we're going to get a 10x. It's actually 11 to 12x when we get to 10 million market cap. AWR still looking very good. Bounce here, which was a typical bounce. Like I said, cup and handle, look, major cup and handle pattern. And now we're going to go to that 10 million market cap zone. This is one of the best tiny caps, still at 6 million market cap, 400K liquidity. It's looking good. Don't forget Murad, I think still has a bag. He used to have a bag of AWR. I'm not sure if he still does, but I think he does, which is also bullish. Maybe he adds AWR to one of his next lists. But regardless, the community is great, and I see big things happening to AWR moving into the future. Then we have 𝗶𝗏. Finally, 𝗶𝗏, we were almost giving up on 𝗶𝗏 right here at this upward trend line, but it kept making higher and higher lows. And now we're ready for that 7x. We're already up 5x. Here we're going to get a 9x, and here we're going to get a 10x. That's what I'm looking for. Forget the 7x. What we want is the 10x when it comes to 𝗶𝗏. I'm very bullish 𝗶𝗏. I think 𝗶𝗏 will follow a lot of these other meme coins like Modang, etc. But it's going to outperform many of these higher market cap ones. Still on our way. If you have no 𝗶𝗏, you have no excuse. You should have been following my show, because here on my previous shows, I told you guys enter here, and also enter here all these days where it was touching the trend line. Told you guys to have patience. Patience always pays off if, of course, we're talking about good memes like 𝗶𝗏. So let's go and get our 10x. Then we have FOG, another one that I nailed here on the show. I told everyone to leave limit orders here on this 39, 40 million market cap zone. It got touched 1 times, 2 times, 3 times. Then it broke above and it went for that 4th time. FOG is very bullish. Huge community. I told you guys to leave limit orders here at 39 million. Currently, we are up at 2.8x, but I'm very confident we're going to get that 4x here at 156 million market cap. This is going to be a 4x for us. But the main target, don't forget, the main target is a 7x here at 256 million. This is the most important level. Let me just recap. So resistance here, support here, major resistance here, also support here, and support all throughout January, December 2024. So 256 is the most important level when it comes to FOG. The second most important level is, like I said previously, 155. Major support all throughout October 2024, and also major support all throughout January 2025. These are the 2 levels, 4x and 7x. If you don't have FOG, here's what I would do. I would go on Axiom. There's a limit order that you could leave very close to this 91 to 90 million market cap level. Maybe wait for a retouch of this, or maybe it goes straight into the 4x and then it touches this line again. But if you have no limit orders, that's what I would do. Be patient, never FOMO buy green candles. Maybe wait for this tiny pullback to 91.9, maybe a little bit above at 96.3. That's what I would do if you don't have any FOG. But you should have FOG, and if you've been watching my channel, you're probably up quite a lot already. On to the next, not much to add. This is the most important meme coin on Hyperliquid. It's 𝗶𝗏, another one I called. You had had 2 chances to scoop here at the lows. I think it's also a good buy here at 93.5 million market cap. We're gonna go just straight when it comes to this, straight to that 8.5x here at 415 million market cap. That's my first level and only level for PER. I have no interest in anything here in the middle when it comes to PER. I only have one level, and that is a new all-time high, because this is the most important meme coin on a brand new chain, and so it should put in the numbers with high liquidity. On to the next. Titcoin just keeps on making higher and higher and higher highs. I told you guys to offload some profits here at 50 million market cap. I hope some of you guys left some bags to make even more. When it comes to Titcoin, it's outperforming even Housecoin. Look, it's looking way better, and it has no big KOLs, so that means the big KOLs are still to come, and there's still more room for this to pump. It looks like it's going to go very close to the 100 million market cap zone. When it comes to entries, very simple. I think these are the new levels when it comes to entries, 44 and 54. These are the levels. So you go on Axiom, limit order very close to this 54 million market cap level, because we probably see a pullback and maybe a V-shaped type recovery, and you can scalp this thing and get anywhere from 50% to 40% scalp on a 3.4 million liquidity pool. So if you have a little bit more size and you want to trade 6 figures, etc., this could be a very good scalp idea. Again, Axiom, link down below. And then we could also have a deeper pullback to this 44 million market cap level. The best place to actually buy is this bullish fair value gap here, which was major resistance all throughout April, and then it also offers some resistance before the move, the parabola started, which is between 35 and 32. This is like the worst case scenario when it comes to Titcoin, so I'm not even going to chart that deep. So that's what I think. 54 with a lower possibility chance of 44. But any of these levels here, this one or this one, are probably good places for you to enter Titcoin. Looking very good. I think Titcoin is going to do amazing this month and also the coming month, and it could be the main runner of the on-chain scene. Then we have Housecoin. Housecoin went to 117. These were the places to buy, 48 and 39.1. It looks like we're going to go and possibly touch, I think, 47. That's what I would do. I would leave a limit order here at this level. I wouldn't wait for Housecoin though to go to 39, because there's a good possibility it's going to put in higher and higher lows. So I would leave limit orders here, 47, 50, 51. That's what I would set my limit orders on Axiom, and then just wait for House to go there and come to this level again, touch it. I would not wait for that second level at 38 though. Then we have WIF, Omega green candle. Like I said, I told you there wouldn't be any resistance here, so we're gonna go straight to that 1.4 billion market cap level. Pretty much almost hit it. I told you guys this was the place to buy WIF. WIF is incredibly bullish. I'm not looking to exit at this level. What I'm looking is there's going to be some resistance here at this level. We've already sort of encountered some resistance there with WIF. Why? Major support all throughout September and October of 2024, and also July 2024. So this is the level. This is the only level for WIF. Once we break above this level, maybe we retouch it, and we're going to go straight to that 7x that I charted, which is this previous trend line, which was major resistance turned into support, which will probably turn into resistance again at that 3.27 billion market cap level. And then after that, it's straight to new all-time highs. But that's what I'm seeing when it comes to WIF. This level right here we're at is the most important. If we break above like butter, then nothing's going to stop WIF, and we're going to go just higher and higher and higher. Deep liquidity pool, almost 17 million in the LP. Do not play with WIF. This is probably the biggest community, loudest community when it comes to meme coins on crypto Twitter. Even though other communities are at higher market caps with deeper liquidity pools, this one is louder and higher and better than even, for example, Bonk. So do not fade WIF. Then we have Troll. Troll is still doing its thing. I think very similar to, for example, Housecoin. What we're seeing here is higher and higher and higher lows. But I already guys told you to scoop here and here. So when it comes to this 28 million market cap level, if you have no Troll, I think it's a good buy, to be honest. But do not expect Troll to come back to the level of 19.64 million market cap, okay? I don't think it's going to go there. I think we're going to go straight to all-time highs and reach that 50 million market cap level. That's where I'm looking to shave off some more profits, but I'm not going to sell my whole bag because I think Troll can go much higher. Let's plot some fibs so we understand. Well, a good target is 81 million market cap. That's that 1.6 fib extension. Usually the 1.6 fib extension always gets hit. 50 million is actually being too bearish, and I'm rethinking. I'm not going to sell anything at 50 million. I'm looking way higher when it comes to Troll. And the top of the line here when it comes to Troll and our fib extension is 182 million market cap. So these are our levels when it comes to Troll. That's where I think we're going. We're going to go straight to 81 million. Maybe we encounter a tiny bit of resistance at 50 million. Let me draw what I think can happen. Something like this, touches 50 million, comes back to this level, which was the previous high, which is the 0.6 fib. And then we go straight into that 1.6 fib, maybe some resistance. And then we keep on going and going and going. I do expect these fib lines to act as resistance and support all throughout the move. Then we have Mudeng. Now Mudeng, is very, very bullish. These are the levels when it comes to 𝗲𝗥. So what I would do when it comes to 𝗲𝗥 is I would go on Axiom and I would leave a limit order at this level. Look, major resistance here, major support here, major support all throughout January 2025, 183 million market cap. This is to me the entry. Pull back here, that's what I would enter 𝗲𝗥. I would leave 20 to 10% of the bag just in case it's a little bit more bearish than anyone thinks, and there's a low possibility chance it comes to this 129 million market cap level, but I would buy at least 80% of the bag here and then wait and see what happens. Then probably keeps pushing higher and higher and higher, but that's my entry. 183 million market cap. Go on Axiom, there's a link down below. Eventually you'll be able to join my private group, but these are the levels on these 15 coins, from tiny caps to also higher and higher market caps. Do not forget my advice, the higher market caps are always easier to trade. You just have to be a little bit more patient to build your portfolio. But I hope you have enjoyed this show. I will see you guys tomorrow with a lot more tiny market caps, a lot more daily runners. I think tomorrow the show will be even riskier. Please follow me on X, like, subscribe, and if you've been trading well, I'm going to leave contract addresses for all these tiny caps in the description down below so that you can buy them easily or put them on your Axiom platform easier and trade them. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much.